It's December 28th, and that means it is time for the fourth beer of Christmas. And who is our subject for the day?
Chewbacca.
Tonight we are drinking one of my all-time favorites. I don't know about yours, but definitely one of my all-time favorites. Yeti from Great Divide Brewing in Denver, Colorado. It is an American Imperial Stout coming in at 9.5% alcohol. You want to tell me about your glass? It's a special, like, Star Wars edition glass, maybe? Sort of?
Well, sort of. It kind of represents Chewbacca because it does have the Yeti emblem on the Great Divide on the glass.
Fancy.
And we picked this up at the tasting room in Denver.
We did.
It was a lot of fun. Fun trip.
Why did you pick, or you didn't pick? But...
I didn't pick this. You picked it. Why did you pick?
Why?
Yeti.
It looks like it's a tribute to Chewbacca right on the can.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games.
It does. It does. It is actually a perfect one, which is why I didn't pick another. There wasn't really another choice.
There wasn't another choice.
It just fit. This one just fit perfectly.
Right. Mm-hmm. When we came on this theme and first started talking about it, this was the first one that jumped into my head was Yeti is Chewbacca. Yeah.
Yes.
And then next was R2-D2 and C-3PO simultaneously, Bud Light and Coors Long Neck.
Yes.
Did you know there was a comic book that came out, a Star Wars comic book, that had Han and Chewbacca in the Millennium Falcon going through like a wormhole of some kind, ending up on Earth, back in the Old West. They think Chewbacca is a Sasquatch or a Yeti. Yeah.
Makes perfect sense. I did not know that.
I think they end up killing them both or something. But then an archaeologist in like the 1940s named Indiana Jones finds them.
Okay. I have no clue. This is the level of depth that I live with on a daily basis.
A little Star Wars trivia for you.
I don't know how he remembers it all, to be honest with you.
Let's talk about favorite memories of Chewbacca, or any memories of Chewbacca.
All right. Mostly my memories of Chewbacca are about his demeanor. And particularly that when he's with Han and gets very frustrated with Han Solo. And, you know, sometimes you feel that feeling even when you're with those you love. And it reminds me, well, I wasn't even talking about you this time, but it reminds me of the stories that Tracy tells about his grandmother, who used to get really frustrated with his grandfather. And so she would go around the corner and start airboxing when she would get mad at his grandfather. And I think that's kind of what happens with Chewie. And he's complaining, and maybe Han understands him, and maybe he doesn't. But we don't. But we can tell he's frustrated.
I don't know that I have a favorite Chewbacca memory. I mean, he was around all over the place all the time. Chewbacca was a great character, great sidekick to Han. I think you're right, the growling and the grunts and the Wookiee sounds that Chewbacca made in response. And Han got some of them, but he didn't get all of them.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very fair.
That was always good. What I do remember, though, vaguely, because I would have been very young when this came out, was the Star Wars Holiday Special where we got to meet Chewbacca's family.
Yeah. I think I remember seeing that, at least the family portion of that.
I know it gets lambasted a lot, but I remember loving it, of course, at the time, all things Star Wars, right? Anything that they put on TV that was Star Wars, I was going, or TV, movie, toys, anything I can get my hands on Star Wars. But we did get to meet Chewie's family with his father, Itchy. He had a full name, but Itchy was the short name for him, just like Chewie's the short for Chewbacca. We had Itchy the father, Lumpy the son, and Mala, who was Chewie's wife.
Hey, did you really remember all of this, or did you have to look it up?
I had to look it up.
Okay. I feel a little better then. When our anniversary rolls around, I'll not be as worried.
So tell me, what do you think about the beer?
It's it's actually really good. It is not something I could drink very much of. In fact, probably half the glass is plenty for me.
Score.
More for Tracy. It's the way he likes it. It just, it starts, the bitterness starts coming out the more I drink of it. So the first little bit of it is the best part. But you can taste the chocolate and caramel and coffee and those sorts of flavors. And then the bitterness starts shining through after that.
It's got a nice chocolate coffee aroma, like a hot chocolate, obviously not hot, but it's got a little bit of that aroma going with it. That roasted sensation, but also some chocolate in it. I really like that. And just in the flavor, it tastes better than it smells, and it smells fantastic. So, what do you think is next for Chewbacca?
Oh gosh, I have no idea.
So Chewbacca was 200 when A New Hope came out.
All right, 200 is a long time.
Yeah, so he was like 230 by episode 8, 235, something like that by episode 8.
Okay.
But now we're rolling back in time, like we talked about. Okay. We're back in that Mandalorian time frames. Chewbacca could show back up. The nice thing for Chewbacca is you don't have to CGI him to make him young, like you would a Harrison Ford. If you're going to put Harrison Ford, or what they did with Mark Hamill, to kind of CGI and make them young again. Yeah. Yep. You just
recreate the costume. Find somebody really tall. Are you tall enough to play Chewbacca?
I don't think so.
Oh man. No. You're a nice squeezable teddy bear, just like Chewbacca. You could play him.
I could play a younger Chewbacca. She's probably shorter.
Yeah. Maybe his son or something.
Yeah, Lumpy.
There you go.
I could be Lumpy. That was his son's name. All right. That is about it for our Chewbacca video. We will see you back tomorrow night for Boba Fett! It will be December 29th, and Boba Fett comes out on Disney+. In the meantime, go to YouTube, find the Star Wars Holiday Special, enjoy, and while you're at it, in the comments below, leave us your favorite Chewbacca memory, or which beer you picked, if you picked something other than Yeti, but I cannot imagine what it was. But if you picked something else to represent Chewbacca, tell us what it was in the comments, and we will see you tomorrow night.